Welcome back. It's been a while since I last did one of these Sam and Max reviews, so I figured it was about time I did another one. In this episode, Sam and Max go to the moon in order to help rat people fight off their giant roach infestation. That's about the best summary I can give for this episode. And I think overall, my feelings on this episode is that it has a lot of really strong moments, but I feel like overall, as a cohesive episode in and of itself, it is a bit weak. So in terms of individual scenes, I think there are a ton of really funny individual scenes, but I feel like especially in terms of the climax, it begins to fall apart. For instance, once they arrive on the moon, the joke about, calling back to the 1978, and then the whole sequence where they observe that a zebra can't drive, and then, Max yelling at the guy for putting his hands down. I think all that stuff is really funny stuff. But then once they go over to the Roach City, it feels like the plot it feels like they lose something a bit in terms of the jokes. So basically Max gets killed and then they bring him back. But I feel like that whole sequence with Max getting killed and then them resurrecting him, it took place where there should have been a climax of some kind. And that's really my main complaint with this episode, is that it doesn't have a strong climax, which, all the previous episodes had a pretty good climax, I'd say, where you could feel the rising tension and then the build-up. For instance, there was the eating of the thing and then the gastrointestinal distress, and then even though lactose intolerant took up half the episode, it was still a sort of reaching of tensions building up, if you will. And then obviously in episode 3, getting chased off by the guinea pigs was the climax. And so here, I feel like there's a sort of lackluster, quick and easy resolution, which is kind of unsatisfying from a viewing perspective. But other than that, some really solid jokes. Something else that I actually like to comment on is last time we saw Max's reaction to Sam getting killed, and this time we've seen Sam's reaction to Max getting killed. And so I find it interesting that they're showing us both characters' reactions to sort of similar situations, and we get to see sort of the difference in their personalities. But that's basically all I gotta say on this episode of Sam and Max. Some great scenes, especially in the front half, but it's not as strong as it could be, I feel. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Feel free to like or dislike, and remember to subscribe if you want more Sam and Max reviews and other reviews that I tend to do. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.